Sibo community and all the other new communities that I've joined. Yes, there's been a lot of updates since my last video. Not to lie, now I'm approaching the little bit nervous, scared, I'm gonna, kind of shit myself feelings as I have gotten down into the echocardiogram and heart report that I will reveal in this video. So let's back up from the last video. So our big attempt was to do a die-off kill by using for Sibo specifically and for specifically an H2S, so hydrogen sulfides type of Sibo. I've been really focused on the Sibo community, thinking that majority of the issues that I experience are gut related. I've taken celiac tests, I've taken pancreatic EUS, all of those are normal except for I have had an elastase test that was on the very low side of 20, so I don't digest fats well, and a calprotectin test on around 77, so there was a bit of an inflammation on the lower intestine. Not to dismiss those, that was about 18 months ago. My chief complaint is exhaustion, faint a bit, catching my breath, and really just not thriving. I've lost about close to around 12 pounds since this has occurred 18 months ago. So I've been really leaning in and really leaning into the Sibo community. So a couple of events came up. One big one was my iron test. So they did a baseline iron test to check my levels, and they found that my ferritin was borderline low. So we were 20 and 24 when they rechecked. It should be, low is considered like anything 16 on, so I'm like 4 points before the low scary point. However, my total iron was high. And so my iron being high was at 172. My iron binding capacity was normal, but my percent of iron saturation was a little elevated at 50. It should be around 40 to 20. And then the unsaturated iron binding capacity was 169. So am I digesting iron? Am I converting iron to ferritin because having ferritin being low, but my total iron high? Maybe that's a clue. So we got really close into the anemia kind of look and feel because I had another test result that came up with my MCHC being borderline low at 32.3 and my RDW borderline low at 11. And so the reference ranges are at 11% and 32 GDL for the MCHC. So looking at anemia is kind of one of those highlight points. Maybe that's accompanying with, of course, my lack of digestion. So a little pause there, apologies. But we had a bomb that kind of went off in terms of me having some chest pain when walking, which is weird because usually I'm more in just the anemic state where, hey, I'm kind of just not feeling up for walking at all. And now we're kind of in that sense where it's like just uncomfortable to move. Can't live my life like this, so I went to a cardiologist. Highly recommend it when you get to that point. And they found my echocardiogram, the normal right ventricle function was a bit abnormal with a grade 2 pseudo-normal, like the pseudo-normal, thank you, right ventricular diastolic function. So everything else was normal, left atrium normal, right atrium normal, pulmonary arterial pressure normal, IVC is normal in size, respiratory variance all normal, RA pressure elevated a bit at 8 mmHg, no obvious right to left shunt. And so the comparison as the previous study, it was my LVEF has increased a bit from 55 to 60% to 60 to 65%. And there's now evidence of a stage 2 RV diastolic dysfunction. Previously was normal. Exciting. So let's take it back a step. Would love to hear from your kind of community. Again, Sibo has been my main focus with a low elastase number, with getting that a little bit higher with Creon, but maybe is there a relation to that to the heart dysfunction, or maybe heart dysfunction is the cause of all of this? Love to get your input. I did have COVID 3 times, 3 tests positive since 2001, one of which really put a number on me. I was out for like a whole week. It really sucked. And then I got the Moderna vaccines, no hints there. And wondering if anybody else has come across kind of an array of issues since then. I've been sick like this for 18 months, lost weight, heart's weird, not digesting food, low iron. Maybe I'm just anemic. Anyway, thanks again.